Thank you. Can y'all hear me?
Yes, we
All
can
right.
hear you.
Appreciate y'all. Good morning. My name is Jacob Jackson. I'm with the Youth Justice Coalition, and my pronouns are he, him, his. Thank you so much to the DOJ Task Force and Camilla Moore for allowing me to speak today. um, all right. I felt like I've been tracked my entire life through elementary to high school. I was pushed out of Hyde Park Elementary School in the third grade for being on the wrong side of the tracks when I lived 2 blocks away. I was also pushed out of my last high school and affected by the school to jail track due to a mild altercation with a teacher and interaction with school police. The school that I attended was Crenshaw High School. When I started going to Crenshaw High, my goals and mindset were aimed at going to school every day. My intentions was always to finish high school and pass all of my classes. I had to get at least a C or higher. I felt that it would be hard to get an A, but I would be successful and satisfied with a C or B. I started out in the beginning maintaining a good grade average and going to all my classes, meeting all my new teachers, and greeting them with all politeness and respect. I enjoy PE a lot, and I love going to my seventh period, which was graphic design. I walked around the campus trying to learn all my new classes, classroom for the new semester. Then I suddenly realized I was right next to the school police office. When two of the school police officers walk outside the office, they started staring at me and talking amongst themselves. It felt as if they were talking about me, profiling me, adding a label on me which I didn't think I fit. I could see that they were prejudging me. For that time, I was going to Crenshaw High. I would always be at school and in class, completing as much work as possible. My seventh period and my PE class were two of my favorite classes. I love attending them. My seventh period was graphic design, and anything I had to do with computers always sparked my interest in doing work. 2 weeks passed, and everything was going better. Then, unexpectedly, my seventh period teacher was switched out for a substitute teacher. While coming from my sixth period, which was history class, I was going to seventh period, and I would always be one of the first students in class. I always like to get ahead and finish my work early. The new substitute teacher had just started, and he didn't know everybody on the attendance sheet. He said this class wasn't the class I was supposed to be in. I told him continuously this was my class and that he could even call the principal or the front desk to solve the matter. So I went to the desk to use the computer and go online and create some design. Just then he tried to pull me away from the computer. I said as he was doing that, I told him to stop touching me, and I barely grazed his skin, pushing him back just a step. He instantly threatened. He instantly started to threaten me. His first words were, "I can have you in jail right now. You could be arrested for hitting me." Rarely, he told me I used to be a WWE wrestler, and if we were in the ring, I would take you out. I told him that I barely grazed him and that he was over exaggerating what I did, but he wasn't justified in putting his hands on me first. I began to tell him it was all right that I had learned my lesson. I also apologized for what I did. So he let me stay in class to do my work, but it seemed like it wasn't enough for him, and that he wasn't satisfied. The next day, I was ecstatic to go to school to finish work, and I missed one of my English classes while I was waiting in the lunch line. The, the school police approached me and they asked me, "Are you Jacob Jackson?" I told them, "Yes, I am." They said I had to come with them. They didn't tell me what was going on until they put me in a room and told me to wait. The teacher came next saying, uh, uh, my bad. Uh, to put, yeah, the teacher came next saying I could press charges on you. You can see how being in juvenile will feel. He kept on saying that he used to be a pro wrestler, and if he was in the ring, he would easily take me down. The officers checked me first and put me in the cuffs uh, for the moment. Their favorite line was that if he pressed charges, you're going straight to jail. I told him that I didn't mean to touch him. I already apologized for my mistake. They told me I'd be doing merely years for just touching him. And after it was finished, they told me that they would always be watching me. They said you're just like everybody else at the school in a negative way. This was the first time I have interactions with police at school. I felt scared and anxious and unclear of what to do or what was going to happen. After being pushed out of Crenshaw High School, I had caught two cases in the years leading after that. One was 459 burglary and 487 grand theft person. Looking back, if I had continued in in school, in hindsight, it is clearer than when you're in the moment. Um, I went to school for 2.5 years and never got the credit at Crenshaw High School. I made up the time and graduated last year from Free LA High in 2020, thanks to Youth Justice Coalition. And my hopes and dreams for myself is to go to college and be able to have the opportunity to explore life from there. Uh, the U.S. government after World War II bought white people houses to go to and to go to college for free, but not black people. My brother didn't get the chance to see 21, and I'm only 20 years old. I would love to see my friends and family have a chance to grow up and take charge in their dreams and community that's not overrun with cops, drugs, that's has no real mental health support. Bring back the arts and culture to the communities, parks and recreation centers, and robust holistic youth departments with community and youth engagement. Um, I just wanted to say that my mom has lived and grew up in LA since she was 2. Life wasn't easy for her. It was stressful for her to find work and hard to manage money to get a house as a single mother. My mom has lived in the Crenshaw district with my sister and late brother for over 40 years, since 1980, because anywhere else was hard to pay rent. She told me, and I quote, how are they going to pay higher rent? A lot of people are too proud to get on welfare. When you do get on welfare, they cut half your check until you don't need it anymore. In order to get housing, you gotta be close to homeless or homeless. In 1992, she moved to where we currently live. My sister, her husband, was my brother's role model around this time. My brother-in-law went to prison, and my brother was left with less guidance. By 1994, my brother was shot and killed by LA County Sheriff deputy and bled out due to the officers on scene not calling ambulances. My mom had a lot of stress and was very hypervigilant with me and my brother's safety. My mom has struggled all her life to pay the rent after my brother died and has not received any support. And we would love to keep building our life. In 2001, I was adopted from an abusive family. I've always had a discomfort towards cops due to my brother being shot and killed in 1994 by LA County Sheriff deputies. They let him bleed out as no ambulances were called. My brother was 20 when he died. Police contact is also the reason why I was pushed out of high school. Um, and then I made these mistakes because I was out of school and the lack of resources in the community that I have left the community are out of reach for me. If schools were more accessible and more accountable for black students, it would have been more easier for me to navigate. What I want to see for myself is someone held accountable for my brother, properly investigated and to sue them. My mother was grieving for the loss of her son, who didn't have the money and there was hidden information. I would like the process to be easier to hold people to their accountability. What I wish their school provided for me when I was there was real counselors, after school programs, real nurses, black people history, uh, peace building, and TJ practice, and etc. More. And having these experiences make me question why the police at school, why are there police at school? Why the California government doesn't have resources to help low income communities like mine? Why is it when I walk communities I see liquor stores broke down, cars always construction repaired on messed up streets, no fresh food markets, the same junk food every day? How can you be 18 and smoke a cigarette, 17 and join the army, but California has no minimum age for sending children to juvie? We've been put in the ghetto, and when I visit other cities or even just Hollywood, it's different outlets, stores, malls, decent roads, and everything clean from head to toe. These are things that happened to me and my family. While my experience was bad, it is not unique. I feel the reason we need reparation is because y'all systematically did this to black people. My cousin, my cousins, my friends, and people I've considered family, and my birth mom has been generally affected and has caused a lot in all our lives. That's it.